Hello, today we will complete the tutorial on to draw conjugate gear tooth profile. Okay, here I have shown the center line. You have to just follow the steps. We know that using the law of gearing we can design the conjugate gear tooth profile for any general type of gear tooth. Okay, so I have drawn the center line joining center of two gears. Let us name the center of gear 2 as B and center of gear 1 as A. Okay, now the very first step is to draw the pitch circles of both the gears. Okay, so here I am drawing the pitch circle of gear 1 which is having center at A. Okay, so in the first step you will draw the pitch circle for both the gears. Okay, this is pitch circle 1 for gear 1 having center at A. Now I am drawing pitch circle of gear 2 which is having center at B. Okay, and both these pitch circles will meet each other at point P which lies on the center line. This point P is called as pitch point. Okay, so I have marked the pitch point P. Now we will choose the shape of profile of gear 1. Okay, any arbitrary shape. So we will consider the circular shape here. Okay, so let us consider an circular arc as the profile of teeth on gear 1. Now what we will do, we will mark 3 points on this profile. Point number 1, point number 2 and point number 3. Okay, you can select any number of points. Here I have selected only 2 points. Now the next step is to draw the tangents at these selected points. Tangent to the profile at the selected points. Okay, so this is my tangent at point 3 and this is my tangent at point 1. Okay, and tangent at point 2 is this one. So now after drawing the tangents at these 3 selected points, in the next step we will draw the normals to these tangents. Okay, and we will mark the point of intersection of these normals with the pitch circle of gear 1. So this is normal for tangent 1, and let us suppose that this intersects the pitch circle 1 at point P1. Okay, now normal at 2 will intersect the pitch circle at the same point. We'll name that point as point P2. Now next normal will be the normal to tangent number 3. Now I'm drawing the normal to tangent 3, and let us consider this point of intersection of this normal with the pitch circle 1 as point P3. Okay, now after this draw the circles passing through point 1 and 3 with the center at A. Okay, so here I am drawing the circle passing through point 1 with the center at A. The next circle is the circle passing through point 3 with the center at A. These circles are nothing but the path of motion of points 1 and 3 when we rotate gear 1 in clockwise direction. Points 1, 2 and 3 will move along these 3 circles. Okay, now when we rotate the gear A in clockwise direction, the very first point which will pass through the pitch point P is P3. Now considering this, when P3 reaches P, we will mark the position of point 3 on this circle which is passing through 3, because 3 is always move along the circle passing through 3. So when P3 is at P, we will take distance equals to P33 in a rounder. Okay, I am taking distance equals to P3. So when P3 is at P, 3 will lie at this position on the circle passing through 3. So let us call this point as point C3. Okay. So when P3 moves to P, 3 will move to C3. Similarly, when P2 will move to P, point 2 will also move at the same location. So that will be our C2. We'll name that point as point C2. Okay. So this is my point C2, which lies at which point P. Now when P1 is at P, we'll mark the position of point 1. Okay. So let us take distance P11. Center is point P. Now when P1 is at P, 1 will be here on the circle passing through 1. So this is our position of 1 when P1 is at pitch point P. So let us call this as C1, point C1. Now in the next step, we have marked the points of contact. Okay, C1, C2 and C3 are the points of contacts. So at C1, point 1 on this profile will come in contact with point 1 dash on the profile of teeth of gear 2. So obviously point 1 dash will move on this circle which is passing through C1, because gears are rotating. So 1 dash will come like this to come in contact with 1 at C1. So draw this circle passing through point C1. Similarly, we will do for point 3, which will come in contact with 3 dash at C3. So 3 dash will move along this circle and it will come in contact with point 3, okay, at C3. So I have drawn this second circle passing through C3. Now next, as both the pitch circles roll over each other, arc PP1 is equals to arc PP1 dash. Okay, because both the pitch circles roll over each other. So this is equals to which distance? PP1 is equals to PP1 dash. P1 is on pitch circle 1 and P1 dash is on pitch circle 2. Similarly for point P2, P2 arc length PP2 on pitch circle 1 is equals to arc length PP2 dash on pitch circle 2. Okay, so this is P2 dash. Same thing for P3, arc length PP3 is equals to arc length PP3 dash on pitch circle 2. Okay. Now we will mark the positions of points 1 dash, which will come in contact with point 1 at C1, position of point 2 dash, which will come in contact of point 2 at C2, and position of point 3 dash, which will come in contact with point 3 at C3. For that, when P3 dash reach P, point 3 dash will be at C3. So this is the distance between C3 and P. So let us take this distance in round. with center at P, we will get the position of point 3 dash on the circle passing through point 3. So this is position of 3 dash. Now 2 dash will be here itself, because distance PC2 is 0. So P2 dash, 2 dash will be 0. So here will be point 2 dash. What we are doing, PC3 is equals to P3 dash 3 dash. So PC2 is equals to P2 dash 2 dash. Now last one is PC3 will be equals to PC1 will be equals to P1 dash 1 dash. So let us take distance of PC1, because 1 will come in contact with 1 dash at C1. Okay, this is equals to P1 1 dash. 1 dash is leading to P1. Okay, so this is point 1 dash. Now we have marked all the 3 positions. Now what we'll do, we will draw a smooth curve passing through these 3 points, 1 dash, 2 dash and 3 dash. Okay, 1 dash, 2 dash and 3 dash. Now this arc, which arc 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, is conjugate to arc 1, 2, 3. Okay, conjugate to arc 1, 2, 3. So let us name this arc as T2 and this as T1. What we can say, T2 is conjugate to T1. So we have used the law of gearing, that normal at the point of contact must pass through the pitch point in order to determine the conjugate gear to profile. Thank you.